Alright, welcome back to Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the downloadable content, which means Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SM9 incident was just another name for the Zero Dark killings. Sounds like everyone was heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted to Wright convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. On the murder of Sir Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what do you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Oh my, what a twist! It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. There was terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. When suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He put out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about what I... No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why Lana... Why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted to get the verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's not my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true. I haven't told him as I've known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Doc knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. The Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Anna was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just couldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago. 2 years ago? You must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make a high-tech case. That way, Lana will never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes him a tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time of the crime, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but it was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Theodore had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened in the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective office is in the questioning room or right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, see, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. Well, only one way to do that, and it's to move to the detention center. For some reason, my jaw is hurting. I don't think I've been recording more than one part tonight. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems like I'm causing trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should you wait? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. A lot of revelations were recovered at the trial today, the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen. I expected as much. I know how obsessing a self-marshal can be. The trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believe in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be held, Emma. At a trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder in the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why would you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. We still talk about how the cases of she and Chief Gant tracked together. Chief Gant? Man, he was the vice head of criminal affairs, but he still works on the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. We were the best team ever. We solved crime before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could later use that experience in court. Getting step in the SL9 case was critical in its resolution. After that, He became chief of police and others were transferred to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Excuse me. Wow, I must be more tired than I thought. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the chief detective was, no doubt, Damon Gent? Yes, Detective Gent and I shared the same office, and the same investigations. We haven't had the same office. We had a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Drake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dog was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when the last murder took place. When I tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Detective again, Prosecutor Marshall was the ones considering Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages when Dark must have panicked. He went down until he gathered Marshall at the guard zone and fled the room. From there, he went straight to the office shared by Detective again and myself. That's very fun, me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was writing some papers while Ken and Marshall were considering Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Don't blame her, after all, our system must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark in the rooms at arrest. Let me get it straight. You were all involved in the SN9 incident. That's right, quite a coincidence. I don't buy it. But what are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial wasn't so involved in that incident, just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because we didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. 5 dozen hands with closing of the case. Everyone has to leave the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was also tapped by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, the office that Damon Gent and I shared. The office that Mr. Gent now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Very well, and my dries are thinking more. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the the only playthrough I made today. I don't see this is going to anywhere. Things seem kinda quiet around here today. Right, the energy department seems to be the same too. Why don't we go look for some of the people to talk to? Right, we can come back here later. I wanted to be at the front of the police department, but I couldn't for some reason. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera sera. You never know where life will lead you, hey Bambina. I should have known my luck had run out when Holt beat it right up this morning. Really? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Sorry. Something was fishy about the trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detective staff saw. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dar's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. Hey, the phone's ringing. Well, oh my, I forgot that I was recording this. A question. The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the one the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not a murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could facts have been considered for evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that SL9 incident left behind. I got a axe, but he got a brain. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How was he? Your brother? He was 27 at that time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You don't mean King of Prosecutors? Not that again. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for prosecutor. Mr. Marshall would have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that was on the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Denzel Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that latter. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If there's something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. Wait, who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Diamond Gant and Lana Sky. Chief Detective Diamond Gant and the second command Lana Sky. There was another person in the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Diamond Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that you mention it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but a secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Not a secret. It all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy at Rorf isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Diamond Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a principal man after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. And that is the last time I'm gonna have to make that voice. No then. Wait, what? But... Okay, maybe if we go back. I'm pretty sure we need to find a way into the chief's office. This place is always pretty empty, but today is deserted. That must mean everyone's body solving crimes. If you're looking for the others, very hard in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. What is the prosecutor saying that what she did in the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention a statement to the Antipolos Royal. There's more chaos going on when Thanksgiving and Christmas was put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, would you like to have a look around the Chief's Kent's office? Just head across the hall to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't parties upstairs or anything. Hey, you're right, you can go in there, it's off limits. Now I see where the gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Wow, way to go. Whoa, what is up with that organ? Dear Lord. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, city. At least, that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Back. I know I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. I never could remember where C was. Oh, it's you two! Gigant! He put the paper he was reading in his desk. So, Mr. Wright, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and the last provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We do get to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Huh? What? Why would you do that? So, anyway, I'd like to ruin this all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to look up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but it's obvious. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we're welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chicken denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. I wonder, who could help us get inside the chief of police's office? Well, Gumshoe, where are you? Hey, Paul. Detective Gumshoe, were you in a meeting? I was, just taking a briefer. My feet hurt. From sitting so long in the meeting? Actually, I had to serve everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is still hot at the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence from 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. But why would Edward be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Alaska is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence presented in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around Mr. Edgeworth. Those who don't like him haven't been able to do anything because of his amazing talent as a prosecutor. But now with this... Are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only had that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go home for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problem with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I thought Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely unconcerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dr. Caprion was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean? When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl. Me. It seems that Mr. Gumshoe never realized I was the girl. That's why he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere there, okay? His powers of recollection never failed to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. But before we do... Toto was fortunate at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed one that witnessed the accident. When he killed a lady who saw the second crime. I killed one by just Ben, so he killed him too. Ben, whoa, hey, come on, give me time to read, Gumshoe. A drugger came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So, he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but fortunately he was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness. He must mean him. Okay, let's show him the murder weapon. How about this? Hey, don't tell me that! It has a tag attached to it, with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Evidence says the case was closed. That knife has been locked away in that locker. On the day Steve Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edwards' car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that cryptic piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what was it, Steve? Quick, before you forget again. Yes, quick, out with it. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store in Buffett had, and it had fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken enough tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was on deep inside the stab wound. Didn't match Doc's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. And why did we just get Neil's autopsy? Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, I need to see his ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let the civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, Paul. I don't plan on getting fired if it's because of you. How about his ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That don't work either. That was that the day died. Oh. So in other words, don't choose our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would change his mind. I don't know, but that's quite long enough. So let's take a break and I'll see you next time.